Hello YouTube, and welcome to another video from Steve Adventure Academy. Today we're going to be focusing primarily on Tinder Kits. Now you'll see I've got a couple of opportunities here when it comes to Tinder Kits, and of course it's just for the interest in the shot, threw in some ignition sources as well. So a ferrocerium rod here with the paracord belt style lanyard dangler, more traditional survival style ferrocerium rod with tinder and duct tape that fire extenders. Set those aside. The traditional whistle, teeny tiny ferro rod, and inside are a bunch of matches with the alleged compass that, frankly, if you're relying on, you're probably just pick a direction you like. There we go. North is what way? Well, that looks good, so let's use north that way. Or is it over here? Yeah, you can see that that compass is mostly for looking at. But if you needed a degree measure or something of that nature, you can still repurpose it. But looking at Tinder Kits. So this is the one I normally carry in my backpack when I'm taking off on my solo adventures, using Google Maps and some coordinates to compass camp. And this one here is the other that I've also created just for various opportunities. So they're both inside a plastic bag just because plastic lunch bags are cheap. This one's pretty well worn out, but they're easy. Well, what kind of stuff are you going to put in a Tinder kit? Well, first of all, creating a Tinder kit, what are you going to put it in? I went with these Cabela's gift card tins because during that period I was working at Cabela's and they were on special a couple of times. What I like about them is they're not round, so they fit very nicely in a pocket. I don't really understand our fixation with round tins. They're as thick, at least, as an Altoids tin, the standby of the Bushcrafter, but as you can see, the capacity is much more substantial. The difference between the two, in the finish, you can see if I get the light on this one's been in the fire making char cloth, so maybe we'll start there. So this one's been in the fire. You can see if I just pull these off, they're just held there by Vaseline adhesion. The tin itself has been charred pretty good, but there's no holes in the tin. Good news is that these gift card tins don't seal well, so the gases are able to escape around the edge. I like that they're hinged, so you don't have to worry about losing the cover. And there's a variety of fire starting opportunities inside. So those opportunities are, but not limited to, the camouflage variant of Gorilla Tape that I've tested. There are 2 of the colors will burn for 1 minute per inch, so there's fire extension here. This one's got a variety of opportunities, so this is fat wood that's been used. You don't have to burn up your fat wood and throw it in. You can put it underneath your fire, wait till your fire is lit, put it out, and now you've got a char, and there's also some feather sticking on the side. Magnification is nice. These are plastic. You can get these reading cards in your local dollar store. That makes it nice for magnification. We've got some char material here. This char cloth started off full size of the tin, went into the fire, and shrunk to this level. Everything else was not in the tin, clearly. There's some hemp or jute rope in here. These are 100% cotton makeup pads that I've seeded with petroleum jelly. And they take first strike sparks from a ferrocerium rod. They light immediately, and they burn for, it depends how much petroleum jelly you put in. Generally, I like them to be clean on the outside, fairly clean on the outside. They might be a little moist. So that's about 4 or 5 minutes of burning, which is usually more than sufficient to get a fire going. There's some more fat wood here, some commercially created fire cube that you can just scrape a little bit, get that lit. That'll burn for minutes and minutes. The other advantage with this stuff is once you have your fire is going, if you could put it in a place where you can reach it, you can extract it, put it out, put it back in your kit, it will still burn. And then just for fun, here is several hours worth of work that has been put into a magnesium stick. So we've got this magnesium. I'll be honest, this is mostly for demonstration purposes, insofar as the magnesium burns very quickly. It also blows away, so you need some means to hold that magnesium. But that is approximately how much magnesium one would need if you're going to succeed starting a fire with a mag stick. So those blocks you can get, the Coghlan's blocks, This took approximately 2 hours of concerted scraping to create that much. So you're not going to have a quick fire. If you're cold and wet, you need a fire right away. I don't believe that those magnesium sticks are a good option, but feel free to test it yourself. The best part about fire creation is you're going to want to do it more than once, and every time you do it, you're going to have more experience and a beautiful fire to sit next to. So why would you not want to do that? This, of course, is my primary fire kit. I've got a couple of pieces of that duct tape. It was formerly stuck on something and created a real hot mess. So I've just put some toilet paper on the back just to get rid of that adhesion. The nice thing about the tape is that it gives you a place to put your magnesium. And so you may want to add a roll of the, test it of course, but the camouflage Gorilla Tape burns approximately 1 minute per inch in this color combination. Hopefully you'll be able to see that. One of the other color variants didn't work well. And these I just keep in here. Normally I do 3, but that's 3 fires, 4 inside, then 5, 6, 7, however many you can get going. But I love these tins. The other variant is a little bit more varied in varied variant, that's funny. One take wonder. So in here I've gone with a variety of methodology. And so again, you'll see the duct tape is a theme, the char cloth, and here we've got one of those frontier matches. So cotton rope in a tube with the char material on the end that will be able to receive sparks from a piece of steel. And there are 3 pieces of flint chert, some hemp rope, and again the all cotton makeup pads seeded with petroleum jelly. So when we talk about flint and steel, what we're really talking about starting a fire with a flint. This is the flint. This is also flint, as is this guy. So there are different colors. Now when you're looking for flint, you're looking for these rocks that are going to have this glassy shape. Often the exterior is going to be in this family, having some oxidization on the exterior. This piece came off a piece that was almost entirely gray rather than brown, because you see the parent stone is brown, so that creates it brown in the oxidization. So a white or gray oxidization. And when you hit it with another rock, it breaks into these shards with this clear, not clear, this smooth, almost obsidian-esque color. And you'll know right away if you've got a piece of hardened steel that if it leaves behind material, so you can see there's almost no material from the rock left behind. Thank goodness I didn't throw sparks in there. That would have been a bad scene. Like the whole house on fire. But this is what it actually looks like. Flint and then steel. It's a 2-piece system where a ferrocerium rod is often called a flint, but only because it throws sparks. In the same way that this rock is harder than steel, it peels the steel off and excites the steel slivers to create a small spark. This throws 3,000 degree sparks because it is a conglomeration of metals that are designed to do that when you introduce energy through friction. So, Tinder Kits. Now you can build these 100 ways. This one, as I say, is mostly for demonstration purposes. I do carry it. I have used it. If you're looking for that for sure fire every time, my choice, since I'm not a match guy, although these UCO matches that burn forever, you can dunk them in water and pull them right out. Really fun to demonstrate to the kids. Frankly, once you get to the end of them, there's very little tinder material, so you're probably going to want to use your match to light some sort of extender or have really good tinder. Now, I'm a cheater, full disclosure. I love a ferrocerium rod because you can take it right out of the sink of running water and strike it and it throws sparks. I love these makeup pads seeded with petroleum jelly that are pre-prepared because, again, they take one shot from your ferrocerium rod. You're not hacking away at it for half an hour. It's burning for 4 to 5 minutes, no problem. And then some decent tinder, kindling, and sustaining fuel, and you're in great shape. So, Tinder Kits. I would love to hear about what's in your Tinder kit. Do you use multiple ignition methods as one might fail? Or do you have a preferred option that I haven't listed? There's lots of opportunity in the comments. And as always, we hope at the Adventure Academy that you'll stay sharp. Thanks for taking the time to watch our video. Feel free to leave us a comment. I'd love to hear comments, both positive. The negative ones aren't so bad either. Usually there's a little bit of wisdom, no matter what your attitude might be. And so feel free to share with the community, and we'll see you soon. Take care.